Hi and welcome to Aspire to Wellbeing with Yoga. My name's Ali and today I have a very special treat for you as I'm going to take you through some yoga poses that will stretch and relax your entire body. Let's face it, life can be hectic and our poor bodies, they bear the stress and tension. That's why it's so important to carve out some time in your day for a little self-care and give our bodies the love that they deserve. Before we begin, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. This greatly helps me to keep providing free yoga content out there for everybody. And this video is suitable for all levels. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you're notified of all the new content as it is published. This greatly helps my channel grow, which will in turn allow me to continue providing free yoga content out there for everybody. So go grab your mat, find a quiet space, and let's jump right in. And so the first pose we'll take is child's pose. Sitting the hips back on the heels, reaching the arms forward, resting the head on the earth, or if it doesn't touch, rest the forehead onto your hands. Breathe into the lower back, feeling the release in the lower back, the glutes, the outer hips, the inner thighs. And just using your breath, nice, even, steady breath, to start bringing the nervous system into that parasympathetic rest, digest, relax state. And then from here, let's lay all the way onto our belly. Take the left arm out like a 90-degree angle. Left ear stays on the floor. Use your right hand to push your body over to the left side. Really grounding down through that left hand and rolling that left shoulder back down your spine until you feel a beautiful stretch through the front of your shoulder, top of your chest. And then let's take that same stretch to the other side. Check that your arm is 90 degrees, elbow shoulder height. Right ear stays earthed. And as you're finding these stretches, try to not judge the sensation as good or bad. Just try to breathe into that space. Just treating that sensation like your body's way of communicating with you, saying that it needs a little bit of TLC. And let's cross our right elbow under, left elbow over the top. Wrap the arms like ropes. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. Lift the elbows. Move the hands away. Tuck the chin towards the chest. If your arms don't cross like this, that's okay. Just hold on to your shoulders as tightly as you can. Breathe into the space between your shoulder blades and your spine. Opening up through the mid-back. Let's take that to the other side. Really pulling those elbows down, feeling the shoulder blades move down your spine and holding them down while you lift your elbows forward and your hands press away from the face, chin tucked in. Your spine can curl, but just make sure the shoulders don't curl forward. You want to just round through that mid-back. Breathing into that space, expanding that space. And then we'll take another stretch for the upper body. We're going to take the left arm over, right arm under. Try to interlace the hands, or you can grab hold of your shirt or a strap if you have one. Pull that left elbow up towards the sky. The right elbow down towards the earth. This is a really lovely stretch for the shoulders and a really great antidote if you sit at a desk all day. And then let's simply change that to the other side. Of course, you are more than welcome to hold any of these yoga stretches for longer. Just pause the video. And take the right leg forward, square the hips, make sure that you're not arching through the lower back, and then press your weight forward and push down with that back left foot. Lift the arms all the way up to the sky, low crescent lunge, really lovely stretch through the front of the hip. Hug the inner thighs in for stability. Keep grounding down through that back foot. If you want more intensity in the stretch, squeeze the left glute. Another antidote for sitting all day. And then let's change to the other side. So just make sure that that left foot is far enough forward that when you bend forward into it, the knee still stays over the foot. We don't want the knee to come forward of the toes. Hug the inner thighs in, draw the pubic bone up to navel, ground down through the top of the right foot. Lift the heart up and back. Try not to hold the breath even if the sensation gets a little strong. Try to keep that even steady breath so that your nervous system stays in that relaxed state, allowing the muscles to relax. Next, we'll take pigeon pose. Slide the right knee to the right side of the mat, the right ankle up nice and high if you can. Also, just make sure your back leg is nice and long and all 5 toes are rolling down on the mat. But you can bend your knee to modify this. And then come and lie all the way over your leg into sleeping pigeon. This is a beautiful stretch for the glutes, hips and lower back. But if you're feeling this in your knee, you're better off lying down on your back, crossing the right ankle over the left knee and then pulling that in for a very similar stretch, minus the pain in your knees. But if you're doing pigeon pose, you can allow your body weight and gravity to help you get a little deeper into this pose. On the inhale, rise up, and then we'll just change that to the other side. Left knee to the left side of the mat this time. Try to roll all 5 toes down on the mat behind you, and then shuffle that left foot, the ankle, as high up towards the top of the mat as you can. Another option is to bring that ankle towards the hip point for a slightly different and potentially milder stretch. Keep bringing your focus and your attention back onto your breath, especially if the sensation is strong and it's trying to distract your mind. And we'll take a stretch for the front of the thighs now. So let's bend the left knee, move the calf out the way, And then lie down. You might come down to your elbows. You might be able to come all the way down onto your back. You might stay sitting upright. But either way, you should feel a nice stretch through the front of the thigh. Once again, if you feel any pressure in your knee, please just roll onto your side instead. Pick up that top ankle and then gently pull that foot back towards your glutes for a softer version of this pose. To come out, draw the ribs towards the hips, use your hands, use your core, and then we'll set that up on the other side. So internal rotation of the right leg, pull the calf out the way. Do not let the knees feel strained in this pose. We want the stretches to have sensation in the muscles, ligaments, and tendons, not in the joints. Make sure you use your abdominals and your hands to come up. And then we'll take our side bending Janusasana. So taking the right leg out to the side, left foot to the inner thigh. You want to tip directly to the side here. Don't worry about trying to hold your foot with your hand. This is more of a stretch through the side body. And you'll also feel this through the left lower quadrant of your lower back. Our QL muscle. Often where we feel lower back pain, especially if our hip flexors are tight, this can be a beautiful release for that. And then from here, let's leave the foot where it is on the thigh. Just roll that right hip back so the leg is now square to your pelvis, and we'll forward fold into our regular Janusasana. And this one here will be more of a hamstring release. So try to keep the breath flowing and then just rise and fall gently with the breath. So we're not holding on for dear life. On the inhale, you might feel the body rise a little, and on the exhale, the body might soften a little more over the leg. Just go with the flow of the breath. And then we'll take that all on the other side. So starting with our side bending variation, the right foot to the left inner thigh, the hips square between the knees this time, lifting up and over with that right arm, directly side on. Pretend that you're a piece of bread in a toaster, directly side on, no folding. As you inhale, breathe all the way up to the underarm. And as you exhale, ground down through that right hip bone. And then on the inhale, rise up, square your hips to the front leg now. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, lengthen your body over your leg. Wherever you land is perfect. No amount of forcing is going to get you deeper into the stretch with any positive outcome. Just go with the flow of your breath. Ride the ebbs and flows of your inhale and exhale. And in this way, your body will soften into the pose, into the stretch. From here, we'll take a wide leg forward fold for the inner thighs. So try to get the front of the pelvis towards the floor rather than the top of the head. It might mean that you are not coming down quite so far, but you're going to be more authentic in your alignment of the pose, and you'll eventually get there. Whereas if you just try to get your head down, you're not going to get the full benefits of the pose because you won't be in the correct alignment. And be patient with yourself. Wherever you are in the pose, whatever it looks like, doesn't matter. You're still receiving that stretch through the inner thigh if you're staying authentically in your alignment. And then lastly, we'll move into our twist. So bringing the knees together, taking them over to the left side of the mat, stacking them on top of each other, keeping both shoulders earthed. Don't worry if the knees touch the ground or not, but keep both shoulders heavy on the mat. In this constricted position for our lungs and diaphragm, try to keep the breath flowing even and steady. And then coming back through center, we'll take that same stretch on the other side. Twisting is such a nourishing, nurturing pose for our spine, hips, glutes, also our chest with the arms open. And then reach the arms overhead, the legs long. And then let's roll up to a seat, hands behind your back. Just give the knees a little wash side to side before you come up to a comfortable seat to finish your practice. Thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate your presence on my channel, and I hope to see you in one of my videos again soon. Thank you. Have a great day.